Five extreme airports that flirt with disaster. Number 5. Guangzhou Yuzhong Airport, Saba Island. Getting to this amazingly beautiful Caribbean island can be a bit distressing, thanks to a mere 1,300-foot-long runway, only slightly longer than most aircraft carrier runways. The incredibly short runway is surrounded by tall cliffs, and it comes dangerously close to a steep slope which leads directly to the ocean. For these reasons, it is one of the most dangerous airports in the world. An incorrect assessment of the pilot during the takeoff may take the airplane straight into the abyss. Large planes avoid this airport for obvious reasons, but even for a very small aircraft such as a Cessna, landing seems to be a difficult mission, especially when the weather conditions are bad. At least everybody knows what's to blame for the constant decrease of tourism in the island. Number 4. Kamdo Bamda Airport, Tibet. Kamdo Bamda Airport is the world's highest airport, perched more than 14,000 feet above sea level. Even more impressive than the airport's altitude, however, is the nearly 3.5-mile-long runway. Having a runway that's the length of 60 soccer fields may seem a bit excessive, but apparently long runways are crucial to making safe landings at higher altitudes. At sea level, where the approach speed is about 150 miles per hour, it may take 5,000 feet of runway to stop. But at more than 14,000 feet above sea level, the same approach speed will require around twice as runway to bring a plane to a halt. Traveling at high altitude can in fact be pretty dangerous all round, and travelers should make themselves aware of conditions before they decide to fly in such places. Number 3. Gustav III Airport, St. Barthélemy. The small airport of Gustav III, on the Caribbean island of St. Barthélemy, provides pilots and passengers alike with some fairly grave dangers. The corridor in which the runway has been built is incredibly narrow, and planes come frighteningly close to hitting the slopes of the adjacent upland area, or plummeting into the ocean, every time they land. Number 2. Ice Runway, Antarctica. The dangers of ice runway have more to do with the extreme weather conditions that the pilot has to deal with, rather than the design or position of the airport itself. The ice runway is one of 3 major airstrips used to haul supplies and researchers to Antarctica's McMurdo Station. As its name implies, there's no tarmac in sight, just long stretches of meticulously groomed ice and snow. There is no shortage of space on the ice runway, so supersized aircraft can land with relative ease. The real challenge is making sure that the weight of the aircraft and cargo doesn't bust the ice or get the plane stuck in soft snow. As the ice of the runway begins to break up, planes are redirected to Pegasus Field or Williams Field, the 2 other airstrips servicing the station. Number 1. Courchevel Airport, France. The city of Courchevel in the French Alps is one of the most famous ski resorts in Europe, but it seems like the city owes much of its fame to its airport, which is located inside the mountains. Courchevel Airport is not only famous for its incredible height and bizarre location, but also for the fact that it has had a leading role in a James Bond film, Tomorrow Never Dies, which depicted Mr. Bond landing a plane successfully in the extremely dangerous airport.